Hey, good day, good day, good day, good day. Glad everybody's here. Glad you're watching. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for showing up today and for checking out my content. If you're a return viewer, thank you even more because you came back for more. If you don't know, I tell you in all my videos, there's no glitz, there's no glam, there's no music, there's no wasting of your time or wasting of mine. I just give you content, and I hope that everybody that watches it learns something from it. All right, general liability insurance. That's what today's video is about. I've ran into a situation more than once over the last couple of months, and I wanted to share because there's a gap in knowledge. Um, General liability, for those of you who don't know, is business insurance. A lot of people call it something different, but its technical term is general liability. And there is a whole host of coverages that come standard in a business owner's policy, um, general liability, right? But specifically, what I want to talk about are the classification codes. Okay, so if you're in the HVAC world, you're going to have several classification codes, right? You're going to have residential is going to be different from commercial, right? You're going to have some clerical, maybe. There may be a specific thing that some of your employees do that's tied to a class code. Each one of those class codes has a rate assigned to it from the carriers. So you want to make sure that the proper amount of payroll is applied to the appropriate class code. That way, your general liability policy actually covers what it is that you and your employees are doing. Here's the situation. In one situation, I had a business come to me, hey, will you review my thing? Because that's something that I do. I will review your policy, no bones about it. We'll go over it, make sure it's accurate. If it is, and that's where you want to stay, perfect, I'm good with that. If it's not, and you want me to look at what we can do to get you in the right spot, I'll do that too. Nevertheless, this particular company had one class code, which already for me sends up a red flag, because very seldom do you have a business owner that only does one thing and all of the payroll is in that one thing. Most of the time, there's at least 2 or 3 different class codes. So that was the first red flag. And conversating with the owner, sure enough, yeah, I've got 5 or 6 different functionalities. We do interior, we do exterior, we do residential, commercial, and industrial. Right? We do on the roof and below the ground. I mean, it was, but all the payroll was tied up into this one. So what's the recourse there? Okay, so if all of your payroll is in clerical, 8810, and in actuality, you've got guys that are punching holes in walls and they're running cable, or they're doing some sort of work on a roof, and something happens up there, or they punched a hole through the wall and it was a structural wall, and now they've jeopardized the integrity of the structure. That clerical class code gives you no coverage. There's nothing. It's just paper. That's it. So you have to know what it is that your insurance provides you. Okay. And I know that's difficult for business owners, because you're like, dude, I don't know insurance. I didn't go to school for that. I went to trade school. I got a trade. I rely on you guys to do the insurance stuff. And you're right, you do, you should, but you have to have people that you trust. The other, and I'll make this quick, the other situation was the exact opposite. The client had 4 or 5 different class codes. They only did 2 things. It was a one-man show. I think it was a painter. But they had given them 4 or 5 class codes. It really only did 2 things: interior and exterior paint. Didn't go above 6 foot, and they had him 7 to 14 foot. I don't know. It was crazy. It was a lot of stuff. So he was paying way too much for his general liability policy than he needed to. Right? And that's really what the problem is, because everybody knows insurance is overhead. That's all it is. It's like having an employee. It's an overhead expense. And for a small business owner, that can be the difference between making a break in payroll that month or that year. So you got to know who your insurance agent is. You got to trust them. You got to have a relationship with them. They need to be able to explain to you all these things to a level that you understand it and you're comfortable with it. In the Marine Corps, we used to call it a warm and fuzzy. If you don't have that warm and fuzzy when you're having a conversation with your insurance agent, it's nothing personal. Go shop somewhere else. Find yourself a different agent. Find someone that knows what they're talking about. The majority of my time throughout the day, throughout the week, when I talk to prospects or even clients, it's all educational. I spend a ton of my time educating people on insurance. And if you're willing and open to listen, you'll actually learn something that'll benefit your business. So if you're a business owner and you're thinking right now, damn, I wonder if I'm actually covered, get your policy out, read it. The policy language is you get this real thick policy jacket from your carrier. It's going to have the explanation to all your coverages in there. It is worth your time to go through that policy and make sure what you do is actually in there in its entirety, and that the payroll for each thing you do is accurately listed so that you're being charged a fair premium for what it is that you do and for what the insurance company is covering you for. If you're missing something, you need to call your agent. If you're in North Carolina, you need to call me. Hey, look, I'm glad you guys stuck around this far. Thank you so much for watching. If you found any value in this thing, please hit the like and subscribe button. Send it out to your friends, to your fellow businesses. Take it to your networking groups. Ask your insurance agent buddies. Make sure you're covered because it's your business. If you're a small business owner, I know you got a lot wrapped up into it. Thanks so much. You guys have a blessed day. Till we meet again.